Okay, this is the third time regarding the North Korea. Okay, I'm gonna talk about today in this third video clip why South Korea and North Korea should be united. Okay, this is the topic. First of all, I'm gonna start off with the one specific encounter with one young lady who escaped from the North Korea. I met her and got to know her by chance, and then I took a chance to hear the testimonial from her. First of all, she was born and raised in Pyongyang, which is the capital city. You know what? Just those who are residing, inhabiting in Pyongyang, can be a special class which are specially chosen, because it's less than 1 million to 1.5 million out of 27 million people. They are enjoying the power of the North Korea, and they high class. They are a high class people, which means they have more access to the information and something wonderful. For example, in her cases, she was born and raised in good family, and then secretly had watched Korean drama and video movies with friends for a long time. And she said that many movies and Korean drama and something like that helped her settle down in Korean society when she escaped from the North Korea. But even if she had that advantage in settling down, she had to argue with the owner of a business when she did a part-time job, because she had a difficulty in transforming from communism to the capitalism. And then in North Korea, the distribution of food from the governing body of the North Korea is established, right? But in capitalism and in democracy, those systems is not working anymore. You know what? Just in the brain, in their heart and mental system of North Korean people, they have to make change inside. If you fail to transform from communism to capitalism, from distribution of food to more incomes based on how much they tried, how much they put their effort into, right? So anyway, she had a trouble, even if she was advantageous because she watched a lot of Korean stuff, a lot of materials produced in South Korea. But when she had a difficulty, but think about that, those who are living in rural areas of North Korea. You know, in communist country, they have to gain the permit to move from place to place. So that means when North Korean people who escaped their country, and if they were born and raised in very rural areas, accordingly they have a restricted access to movies and videos. That means even if they succeeded to escape from North Korea to South, but when settling down, they experienced a lot of frustration and failures. And she confessed to me that just when she escaped from North Korea, in the process of crossing the river, she lost her mother. That means she became an orphan. And when they came to the South Korea, they were screened and had a training period in governmental branches, and she figured out there are 3 more single ladies like her but she confessed to me that except for her, rest of them became sort of a prostitute or sort of a woman who sells sex for money. And I guess educated guess. I have the educated guess that they failed to settle down or adjust to the new environment because they were uneducated by some Korean stuff, some materials, some other materials regarding those things compared to her, right? So I think so my suggestion is that people from developed country need to help people in North Korea. People from developed country need to help people in NK instead of their risking lives, right? And the second reason why North and South should be united is that you know what, just underground Christian in NK, just you know what, for the convenience I'm gonna call North Korea NK, okay? Okay, then underground Christian in NK are trained to eat a very minimal portion of food for survival. You know, second reason is very important because due to the experience of years in environment of the mission organization, especially the mission organization I was involved, is focusing on the spread of gospel on the in the unreached areas. You know, unreached areas is tough. You know, it's tough. But I still remember one missionary who has been working for God for long times in Egypt. And what he said is that, you know, usually they get donation from many sources, and it amounts to $800 to $1,000, and then that missionary have their 4 members of family. So in total, 5 members. I think it's 6 members. Yeah, they have 4 children, so 6 members. You know what? Usually it's 6 members, and then just live on $800 to $1,000 is pretty good. And then they are very dedicated, because you know the big problem is that from a standard of developed country, the church members sent too much money to the missionaries who is living in a country where just $1,000 is good enough. Like let's say that Cambodia or some Vietnams, they don't need to get the $3,000 or $2,000, right? But without knowing what is really going on in unreached countries, they think and make decisions based on what they think, based on the way they think, but they don't need enough money. So when the missionary have affluence of money, they start setting aside the money for other purpose, for different purpose, which is where they become spoiled, even if they started with a good start. You know, but anyway, in Egypt, right? But what he said as a challenge is that even if even if living with the $800 to $1,000 can be a recommendable example among missionaries, right? But what he talked to me as a challenge is that he needs to lower the money, lower the money up to $600 to appeal to the local people. That means the local people are living with less money than $800 to $1,000. But you know what? I figure out that missionary cannot do that because they are byproduct of the environment and circumstance they had been, right? And then when they were born and raised in developed country like USA, Canada, and Korea, and many other developed country, even if they try to dedicate themselves to the more greater expansion of kingdom of God, but at the same time, they are result, outcome of the byproduct of environment. That means even if they want to do, but they can't do it. But you know what? This is where the underground churchgoer, underground Christian in North Korea can do it. So, I'm wondering if you guys have ever heard about the Asian Highway. Asian Highway. If you hear this word, this term for the first time, I ask you to Google it, Asian Highway. And when you get in there, you will see the countries Japan, Korea, China, India, and Russia. They made a contract and they are just joined the forces for construction of the highway network. Like North America has the highway network system. So 5 countries joined the forces that made a contract. That means, but you know, here's Japan and Korea, China, India, and Russia. And here, between here, North Korea is there. So, once North Korea is destroyed and is connected, and then the plan of constructing Asian Highway will be accelerated, and then the great push into the great mission, great achievement of mission purpose, missional goal will be accelerated. In order for that goal to be prohibited, Satan did his best to have the North Korea in custody for almost 70 years. Have you ever seen any countries which is where 3 successive dictators have taken power? No, nothing. There's none like the country. There's no country like North Korea. So I talked about why so far. Okay, just let me wrap up with what I talked to you. Okay, just today's topic is why South Korea and North Korea should be united, right? Okay, that's my first main reason is that rather than the fact that North Korean who escaped from North Korea have the trouble and had hardship in settling down in new system, I suggest we spend more time and energy in helping others when the door of North Korea is open, right? And second reason is that North Korea people, I mean the underground Christian in North Korea are structured, are severely trained to survive with the extremely minimal portion of food, and they will they will become a last learner to achieve the great picture of God. And I'm expecting the price of food will be skyrocketing as time goes on, and then we are seeing evidently, right, that all the price of materials and goods are going up and up, right? So in this time of period, the people who are living as a Christian in North Korea is their pertinent and last learner for the completion of God's goal. Okay, and I ask you to pray for this stuff, no matter where they are, no matter where you are living globally, right? And then next time I'm gonna prepare for different issues, video clips which is talked about different issue. Okay, thanks for watching this video and see you later. Bye.